Hello friends, today I'm going to be sewing some tote bags for my Etsy shop. You're going to see me make these tote bags in this video. I am working on 3 different designs. I'm going to be testing out how making tote bags goes for me, if it's worth my time, if it's a product that I enjoy making and enjoy the result of. If you're new here, my name is Laura. I am a handmade Etsy shop owner as well as a stay-at-home mom. I mostly run my handmade business in just kind of the margins of motherhood during nap time and as I find bits of time here and there. I hope if you're another crafty mom or if you're interested in opening your own Etsy shop or you already have one, that you'll follow along for this little creative journey of mine. I'd happy to have you join and subscribe and follow along as we just get creative in the midst of a busy life. Let's get sewing and see how this goes. So I actually started the process of these tote bags the week before. I had gotten the fabric and interfacing pieces cut out, the interfacing ironed onto the main body pieces, and they have just been sitting on my desk waiting to be turned into cute tote bags. So I'm really excited to get these made. Last year, I made my first tote bag actually as a gift for my mom for Mother's Day, which is funny because it's literally this week is the week of Mother's Day that I'm working on these for my shop just the next year. I was really interested in trying to sell some tote bags when I first made hers because I loved how it turned out, and I got some feedback when I shared photos of it that people were interested in them. But a month after I made my mom's bag, we actually got placement of my foster daughter, and I was suddenly in the crazy but beautiful motherhood reality of having 2 children under 2. So since then, bigger items have just not had much spotlight in my to-do list and in my shop. This past year, I've mostly just stuck to what I already knew, and it's just been recently that I'm starting to explore new items in my shop again. My mom has been using her tote bag regularly, so I asked her how it was holding up as I started to make these for my shop, and she says she sometimes stuffs it full and it is still in perfect shape. So I was really happy to hear that, and that gave me confidence to work on making these to sell. Quality is definitely one of my highest priorities in my handmade business. I would just be totally mortified if someone felt like an item they purchased from me just felt cheap or poorly made. That would seriously make me so sad. So thankfully, I don't think I've ever gotten a review like that so far. When you sell handmade, you do have to price your items much higher than a similar product at like a regular retail store or online marketplace. So I always hope that my customers feel they got the full value and maybe even more for what they paid in my shop. have been recently trying to think of items that would have a higher profit margin for me. It can be hard to make much profit when I mostly sell products in the $10 price range, especially if sale volume isn't high, but I find it difficult to find items that would have a higher price tag, but that wouldn't also have a higher time requirement to make the product. And honestly, that's my concern and hesitation with listing these tote bags. I just don't know if the amount of time I put into making these is going to be worth the profit that I could make from them. I will definitely be able to price them higher than other items in my shop, but again, time is just a big issue for me, especially since I mostly run my business from my baby's nap time. That's a very limited time frame, and if I only have one tote bag order, even that could possibly take me an entire day's nap time just to fulfill that order, and that's not allowing time to make or fulfill other orders I might have. So I just have some uncertainty about the sustainability of a product like this in my shop. I do know that with my other products, at first it can feel like it takes forever to make when I'm just trying it out, but then as I get more experience making it over and over, I grow much faster and more efficient in making them. So I remember when I started scrunchy wristlets, it was definitely that way. I felt like there was just so many steps to them between cutting fabric, cutting elastic, sewing, then turning the fabric inside out, threading the elastic, sewing the ends, attaching the hardware, etc. But now I have kind of a system and I'm much more efficient in making them, and even if I have to make one from scratch for an order, it's honestly just no big deal at all. So I hope that could possibly be the case for these bags, though they are much bigger than an item like that, but only time will really tell at this point. Even if they are something I just make a few of for local vendor markets, that might just be fun. But I'd love to hear if you have any tips for finding higher margin handmade product ideas. I'd love to hear that in the comments, so let me know. At this point, I actually realized that I had done this wrong. I had skipped a step. I was supposed to sew on the straps initially to the outside of the tote bag before I pinned together the lining and the outside of the tote bag. So that was really frustrating and disappointing. I hate making mistakes and having to kind of undo things a little bit, which at least it wasn't something that I had already sewn, because that's a lot harder to undo than just taking some clips off. But still, this is just the nature of trying a new product, making a new thing. There's just going to be mistakes along the way that you'll have to go back and redo, and just get into a rhythm of figuring out how to make that product efficiently and well and in the right order. So much of a handmade small business is just trial and error, figuring things out, and having the patience to try again. And that's what I've had to learn, even though I do not enjoy going through making mistakes and having to fix things. But again, it's just part of the journey, and it's what makes you stronger and better and to offer a more quality product. Okay, so I finally finished these tote bags. It felt like, I don't know, it just felt like it took me forever, but I am used to really small items like my keychain wristlets, scrunchies, and just small accessories like that. So doing a bigger accessory was just more of a task, especially when I'm making a few of them at a time. And I had materials and everything prepped to make 2 of each color, and honestly for this video I just finished 1 of each so you could see. So I still have to finish up some details, but it's fun to try these, and I'm honestly not sure, because of the time commitment involved in making them, if I can make it worth it for me in my business, in my Etsy shop, with just the time that I have available, being a mom and mostly fulfilling orders during nap time and whatnot. I will probably list these few in my shop and just kind of see how they do and see if I feel like it's worth it for me. I really enjoy how they turned out. I think they're super cute. I love the prints. I'll just show them to you one at a time here. Here's the yellow and blue one with the green gingham inside. The kind of pink, red, blue, whatever multicolor one with the pink gingham inside. And here's the blue, kind of like a vintage floral one. It's really sweet, with the navy blue gingham inside. So again, they turned out adorable. I do love them. Just for easy on-the-go tote bag, for a library bag, those kind of things. I made one for myself personally recently, and I've been loving just being able to throw my packages in it to go to the post office, take it to the library with my girls. It's been super handy, so I'm hopeful to at least make a few for some markets coming up. I'm hoping to get into a few vendor events this summer, so I'm hopeful that at least I can kind of just use it as a trial product there as well and just see people's reactions and if it's something that sells well. So that'll give me a better idea as well. So thanks for joining along on this little journey of sewing some tote bags for my shop. I'll have to keep updated on how they do and if I decide to keep them as a permanent spot in my Etsy shop, we'll see. But thanks for joining along on the journey. I hope you're having fun creating in the midst of the busyness of your life. And I encourage you to just keep creating because we were made to create. See you in the next video.